Hello and welcome to Verdigris Bonsai. We're here on a lovely sunny afternoon in my parents' back garden, and I'm just going to show you my little corner. So here we are. This is, if I can step back a bit and hopefully zoom out, there we are. So here we are, this is my section of the garden. My dad's made me this little shelf unit, and most of my trees are in here now. So we've got my yews and honeysuckle and this lovely wisteria at the back as well. And if we then go up, this is another of my yews. This is the one I call Solomon. It's a variegated, let me try that again. It's a variegated yew, an Irish. Its variety is called David. Now it's not very variegated at the moment because it's been in shelter for as autumn's come on, but I'm hoping in the spring and summer it'll colour up again. This one here, this is a Acer called Going Green, but obviously it's bronzed off for the winter. It started dropping its leaves. And this one here, this is a Atropurpureum, I think that's how you pronounce it. I will find its name and put it up on the screen. Yes, there's, again, it's also bronzing off. You can see all the buds coming for the next year. And it's got a lovely little trunk. This is another Atropurpureum. Also mostly dropped its leaves now. This is a pine. It's not looking very happy at the moment. I'm hoping it'll be happier in the spring, so I can do some work on it. All I did was repot it into a bonsai mix for the time being. My acers are all in orchid bark, and they seem to be quite happy in that. This one is a butterfly. It did have some scarring from, I don't know if you can see it in there, had a bit of wire scarring. Butterfly is very delicate. I think it's the most delicate type of maple or acer, and yeah, I noticed that one of the acers had just had the wire starting to cut in, and I thought, oh good, I've caught it in time. And then I came to that one. I'd already let it get too far, unfortunately, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought the cambion had been damaged, but it hasn't, so I'm hoping it will recover next year. So that's butterfly. That's the last Atropurpureum. If I'm saying it wrong, please correct me. And yeah, so that's Going Green. And then we have more honeysuckle up here. I think you've already seen them in another video. And this one is a carpet juniper. Again, all I've done so far is repot it into a bonsai mix and a bonsai pot. I was going to wire it, but the branch I wanted to use, I was going to make it a cascade, but the longest branches had been damaged by the birds, unfortunately, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. I'm just going to let it grow over the winter and see what happens, and then I'll move you along. This is my temporary greenhouse. You can see Durban, my Chinese almond here, looking very happy. Already put on some more growth. This is a little cutting. I can't remember what this plant is called. I'll check when I go in. It's a cutting off a plant that's growing in the garden. The plant had to be moved. It was Actually, where we're standing now, it was actually growing out of the paving down here. And we took a cutting off of it in case it didn't live, but it seems to have transferred to its new place in the border quite well. This is a seedling. It's actually a surprise seedling that we got in some, I think it was in some moss I've purchased. And this has been growing quite well. Behind it we have a cutting from Soleran, our variegated Irish yew, our David, and we have another two here. Interestingly, this one has kept a lot of its coloration and the others have gone quite green, so we'll just have to wait and see what they do. They have been in shade most of the time this year, so we'll just have to see what they do, how they colour up if we move them. And down here we have, this is a Cotoneaster, and over here we have some cuttings, that's Privet and Chinese elm. These hopefully are acorns that are going to grow. And down here, that's a mixture of seeds here. We've got some in moss and some in a pot, and we'll just see what happens. And we have some acers here. Now I'm not quite sure what they are. They have got, one of them has got a tag, so I'll have a look at the tag in a second, and I'll let you know what that is. So yeah, so that's my little part of the garden down here. So if I turn you around, this is my parents' garden, which I thought I'd also share with you because it's still in colour. It's looking quite nice. The white bag you can see there that's been weighted down, that's some of the gravel which I'll probably use for my endeavours. I don't think my parents need any more of it, but waste not, want not, as they say. And we've got their Cotoneaster and the last remaining of the sunflowers. I think that one's going to keep going until the frost finally calls time on it. The others have already died off, gone over. Now here, in this part, I'm going to put my acers here. That's going to be their little sheltered spot through the winter. So that's where they're going. I'll just lead you up the garden path. All of the birds are hiding because I'm out here. Oh goodness, our compassion rose is still flowering. Not bad seeing as it's October. And down here I work on this table. This is where I usually do my repotting. And in the summer, when we don't need logs, my dad lets me keep my trees in his log shed. Any that need sunlight but a bit of shelter, they go in there. And over here, these boxes, that's where I keep a lot of my equipment, my wire and such. And the bin, that's the bird food. So yeah, so this is me. I'll just turn you around very gently so you can look back down the garden. I don't think it's a bad setup at all. I really like this garden and I like working here. See you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed today's video.